There are hundreds of different varieties of chicken salads out there, but the one that I always keep going back to is my poached chicken and watercress salad. It is to die for. So I'm going to use some chicken breast, and to give it more flavour, we need to make an aromatic broth. So I'm just boiling some water, and to add some flavours to it, some bay leaves or any other hard herb is fantastic for this. So I'm going to add 3 or 4 fresh bay leaves. You can also use dried bay leaves, and some peppercorns is a great addition. I'm going to keep it very simple for this because I've got a lot of bold flavours going into the salad afterwards. And now we'll add our chicken. I'm going to use 1 chicken breast. We'll add it to the water and immediately turn it down to a simmer. You don't want this to be rapidly boiling. If it's going to be rapidly boiling, we're going to get really tough chicken. We're going to cook this for about 10 minutes, then turn it off and allow it to cool completely in the water. That's the perfect way to poach chicken. Now, in a mortar and pestle, I'll add a nice handful of walnuts. We want about 50 to 80 grams of walnuts. This is going to be the base of the dressing. I love the nutty addition to this. Now we're just going to crush this. And because walnuts are slightly oily, you'll see that it starts to clump up a little bit, almost like breadcrumbs or like crumble that you'd add to an apple crumble. The smell is fantastic, and what I've done with these walnuts is just toast them lightly in a pan before I crush them, just to get as much flavour out as possible. So that's going to be the creamy element of our dressing. Now we need a little bit of zing, so some red wine vinegar. You could also use some lemon, a pinch of salt always, good crack of pepper. And then to bring it all together, use a really good quality extra virgin olive oil for this. I want one that has quite a lot of bite to it and some pepperiness, and we want about 100 mils. And now we're just going to crush this a little bit more, and you can see how creamy and perfectly combined that is. Now I'll have a taste. We want to make sure that there's enough seasoning in there. Oh. That is so delicious. You can really taste the difference between a walnut that hasn't been toasted and a walnut that's been toasted. So that's a really great idea. You might have also noticed I've reserved a few of the walnuts. We're going to add that to the salad just for some texture. Now for the sweetness in this salad, I'll add a little bit of pear. And this is a pear that's actually quite crunchy, so it's not 100% ripe. I want the crunchiness and the sweetness of the pear. You can also use nashi pear for this, it works really nicely. Skin on, cut it down the centre and then flip it over and then just finely slice it. Use a nice sharp knife for this so we get really fine slivers of pear, just like that. Now, if you're going to do this ahead of time, it's always a good idea to add the pear, or if you're going to use apple, into a bowl of acidulated water. That's just a combination of water and lemon, and by doing that, we're going to keep that really nice, vibrant white colour in the fruit. Okay, all we need to do now is wait for that chicken to finish cooking. We'll allow it to cool down, we'll shred it up, we'll put this salad together. Now the chicken is cooled down in the water, and now what I'm doing is just shredding it. This is also called flossing. As you can see, it looks like fairy floss when you finally shred it. All right, let's put this salad together. So in a big bowl, I'll add our chicken. And instead of using your good old classic rocket, I'm going to use some watercress. This is one of the oldest leafy vegetables known to man, and I'll tell you what, it's probably one of my favourites because it's peppery without being overpowering. It's still a little bit delicate, and it is super nutrient dense. When you're looking for good watercress, it should be vibrant green like this, and it should have firm leaves. And the best way to get as much life out of it as possible is just to wrap it in some paper towel that has been moistened with some water and keep it in the fridge in the crisper. We'll add our crunchy pear, lots of pear for this, our reserved walnuts, and I'll add just a small amount of spring onion. If you've got some French shallots, you can use that too. Just the white part for a subtle onion flavour. You don't want to use your classic brown onion for this because it'll overpower it. We just want a hint of onion flavour. So 2 spring onions is plenty. We'll go all the way up to the light green part and we'll stop there. Add that to a large bowl. and then some blue cheese. I'm not using a strong picante cheese for this. I want a dolce cheese, so a gorgonzola dolce is great, which means a creamy one, and you can see the blue veins through it. So just roughly breaking that up, and we want about 100 grams of this blue cheese. And then you can leave this at this stage, cover it with some cling film, pop it in the fridge, but don't put the dressing on until the last minute. I hate soggy salads, so please just leave it to the last minute before you dress it so it stays really, really crunchy. All right, and we'll add this creamy walnut dressing straight into there. And then with another spoon, I don't want to use tongs for this because it might break up all of our lovely ingredients. We just want to lightly toss that just so everything is coated in that walnut and vinegar dressing. Oh, this is so yummy. I'm going to serve one portion up just for me. Nice even amount of chicken to green leaf, and of course that blue cheese. This is such a wonderful salad, packed full of fun flavours. And if you haven't poached chicken before, give it a go. Super easy. That's not your average chicken salad.